Hi, everybody. Welcome to English Digest. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Jacob.
Hey, it's our health unit. We're going to be talking about something that all of us do in this life, and that's laundry. Washing your clothes, your towels, your bed sheets, your comforter. Actually, I guess the comforter part is usually put inside some fabric that we call a duvet cover. Duvet is a French word, D-U-V-E-T. You don't pronounce the T, it's duvet. And that's just the pretty patterned sheets, and you put that warmer part, the comforter, the warmer part goes inside and you usually zip it together. It's not very fun to have, I guess, your comforter on during the summer months because it's so hot. But it's nice to have a comforter in the winter. Now, Jacob, how do you do your bed sheets? Do you have one sheet on the bottom? And, you know, in America, we have a sheet on the bottom called the fitted sheet. And then the sheet on top of that is called just the
flat sheet.
The flat sheet. But here in Taiwan, they really don't sell flat sheets very often.
No, right. In a set, if you're buying a sheet set, you would have, like you said, the fitted sheet that goes around the mattress, which is the big mat that you sleep on. And then you just have the duvet cover, and people don't use another sheet between, I guess, what is the comforter or the big blanket on top and your body. So it's interesting. I've been in Taiwan long enough that sometimes now I don't even need to use the sheet. Whereas before, I'd be like, you crazy person. Of course you need a sheet, right?
Yeah. Well, I got used to it too. But when I go home, I'm like, oh, there's this extra flat sheet between me and the blanket or the comforter that's on top.
But if you go to a nice hotel in Taiwan or elsewhere, they'll kind of stick to that, I guess, different standard of having a fitted sheet and then a flat sheet and then your duvet or your comforter. So it's interesting. I guess it just depends on kind of what you're used to.
What you grew up with, when I was a missionary here years and years ago, we didn't have mattresses.
Oh, no.
So I just thought everything was so hard.
I see.
You know, and still a lot of Taiwanese people prefer
just a very thin kind of
like bamboo.
Like a tatami almost
Tatami,
style.
yeah. Which actually isn't very comfortable for a lot of Westerners.
Right.
So, and I love really soft mattresses. I don't anymore because it's not good for my back. I went and bought a new mattress 2 years ago. But the way that we arrange our sleeping arrangements is a little different in Taiwan or in Asia versus Western countries. So let's get started. We're going to read through today's lesson about washing your sheets, and then we'll be back to talk about it.
It's delightful to get a relaxing night's sleep on a bed with cool, fresh linens. Research into the science of sleep and hygiene recommends clean sheets because of the issues associated with dirty ones. Substances like dirt, sweat, body oils, and dead skin cells can build up on our sheets. Breathing in these substances and exposing our skin to them contributes to allergies, asthma, and skin irritation. Sweat and body oils can also make your sheets and blankets smell disgusting, especially in hot weather. Some substances that reduce sleep quality can't even be seen with the naked eye. Dust mites are microscopic creatures that live in mattresses and other fabric-covered furniture in most households. They feed on dead human skin cells, so dirty sheets can help dust mites breed more quickly. Dust mites' dead bodies and fecal matter can also bother people's skin and cause allergies and asthma. Most people should wash or alternate their sheets and covers for pillows and blankets once a week. You may be able to extend this to every 10 days or 2 weeks during cold winters. If pets live in your home and sleep on your bed, increase the frequency to 3 or 4 times a week. Likewise, if you have allergies or asthma, wash your sheets more often. Although it might seem excessive, it's worth a try to see if this relieves your symptoms. When washing sheets, use the hottest water possible listed on the manufacturer's label and gentle laundry soap. You may want to use the rinse cycle in the washing machine twice to get all the soap out. Use a tumble dryer or hang your sheets up to dry. Now that you know all about bed hygiene guidelines, you'll be able to make your bed a pleasant, calm place to rest.
Okay, guys, we're going to get started. The title is Change Your Sheets. We're talking about your bed sheets for a good night's sleep. It'll help you sleep better. So it's delightful to get a relaxing night's sleep on a bed with cool, fresh linens. Oh, it's the best time of the day, I think. Going to sleep, having worked hard. I'm usually really tired when I go to bed now. So I love going to bed. Now, if we use this word linens as a plural form of the word linens, we're talking about bedding, things we use to put on our bed, tablecloths, it could be shirts, it could be your towels. But usually if someone says linens, your bed has fresh linens on it, it just means they have changed the sheets and they're fresh from the laundry, which is a nice thing. I love the smell. I love how clean they are. I love everything about fresh linens. I do want to mention linen without the S. Now notice here, this is a plural form. Linen without the S is a type of fabric. A type of material that we often use and wear in the summer because it's cooler. It wrinkles very easily.
Yes.
But here we're not using it that way, guys. Linens here is referring to all the things you put on your bed, your comforter, your duvet, your fitted sheet, and just your flat sheet.
I wonder if these bed sheets that you're talking about, were they made from this fabric, this linen?
They could have been, yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine sleeping on linen sheets. It might be comfortable, who knows? But you're right. In the summer, you will wear linen because it breathes a lot. But the problem is, as Stephanie mentioned, it wrinkles.
Horribly.
So, if you sit down and then you stand up and you have linen pants on, you'll notice that, oh my gosh, they have a lot of wrinkles in them. So, yeah you got to be careful. Okay, let's continue. Research into the science of sleep and hygiene recommends clean sheets. Okay, so we have this word hygiene here. Hygiene basically is kind of the act of keeping clean. So that could include bathing, washing your hands, cleaning out your ears, things like that. Yeah, we say we practice good hygiene. You always want to practice good hygiene. For instance, if you sneeze, you want to cover your mouth with a tissue or even use your elbow when you sneeze. This is practicing good hygiene. You're kind of trying to stay healthy. You're trying to keep clean. You're trying not to spread germs. That's another thing you can do if you practice good hygiene.
We don't put an S on this word, guys. It's non-count. And I love people with good hygiene. If you don't have good hygiene, sometimes people will have an issue being around you. You might have body odor or you smell really bad.
Right.
So that's no fun, especially in the summer. Make sure you take extra showers or baths as needed, especially the young boys out there. We all get out there and sometimes sweat too much and we don't smell very good. So practice good hygiene. And some of that good hygiene includes washing your sheets more often instead of sleeping on dirty ones day after day after day. I have a horrible story about when I was in college. We lived off campus and we didn't always pick our roommates. And one girl was renting a room in the house and she had horrible hygiene.
Oh, no.
We kidnapped her sheets. We stole them from her bed and washed them. I think it had been over 6 months since she had washed her
Wow.
sheets. Yeah, but not everybody was raised knowing how to have good hygiene. So be patient with people around you and help them. So there are substances like dirt, sweat, body oils, and dead skin cells that can build up on our sheets, and that's what makes them so dirty.
That's right, yeah. Another thing we do here in Taiwan, of course, is we shower before we go to bed.
True.
A lot of places in the world, they shower in the morning when they wake up. That's more common, let's say, in North America.
I do both.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great hygiene.
Yeah, I like to be clean.
Most of us are probably okay doing it once, but showering both before bed and after you get up, that's practicing great hygiene. Okay, so right, these substances can build up on our sheets, which is not good. So when we breathe in these substances, breathing, of course, is taking in air into our bodies. And when we breathe in, we also get the stuff in the air into our bodies, or the stuff in our room or on our sheets, the small little specks and particles and dust and things like that. And we're also exposing our skin to these things. When you expose something, or you are exposed to something, something is coming into contact with you, or something might be touching you or something else. So we talk about exposing your skin to the cold, let's say. That can damage your skin. Or don't expose your skin to the sun, because then you'll get a sunburn. Okay, so to expose is to kind of let something come in contact with another thing here.
Or if you leave something uncovered or unprotected, you'll be exposing that thing to something that probably isn't very good. Yeah, if you expose your skin to things that contribute to allergies, it means your skin is coming into contact with something that can make it itch or feel irritable. Here we've got skin irritation. Things that make your body uncomfortable or cause discomfort would be some type of irritation. Now, asthma is a medical condition where people have a hard time breathing. I actually have asthma. I didn't have it when I was younger. I got it when I was much older. And it's just hard to breathe sometimes, depending on what I'm around. I don't like cats or dogs. Their fur makes me crazy. I just can't breathe anymore. And I start going,
Yeah, you start to wheeze.
We call it wheezing. Yeah, so sweat and body oils can also make your sheets and blankets smell disgusting. That's probably the biggest issue, especially in hot weather. And who wants to sleep in sheets and blankets that really smell terrible?
It's not comfortable,
No.
right? Right. So yeah, you want to wash these things when you can, and that's what we're talking about here, changing your sheets for a good night's sleep. Some substances that reduce sleep quality can't even be seen with the naked eye. Okay, right. So when you talk about the naked eye, it means you're just using your eyes and nothing else. So you don't have like a magnifying glass, a thing that you can look through to make things appear bigger. You're using your naked eye, just your eye.
You know, you could be wearing your normal glasses. They're not talking about that, guys. They're talking about anything that enlarges something that's very small, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got dust mites. We talked about those in the first paragraph. Tiny, tiny, tiny mites, little bugs that we can't even see. These are microscopic creatures. If it's microscopic in size, it's so tiny, you need a microscope to see them. And they can live in mattresses. Those are those thicker pads we put on our bed. Sometimes they're put on like a wood frame, and that's what we sleep on, and other fabric or covered furniture in most households. Fabric is just some type of material that's usually made by weaving threads together. We have man-made fabric as well, like polyester. That's a type of plastic, actually. But these dust mites love fabric. They love mattresses. So that's why we have to, make sure that the sheets and bedding that we put on our beds is as clean as possible so we can get rid of the dust mites. Right now, though, guys, we've got to take a quick break, listen to our Chinese teacher, and then we'll be back.
Hello everyone, 我是派老师。今天讲解的是11月7号 Unit4-1 Change your sheets for a good night's sleep。这个单元是文意选填的练习题，内容跟个人卫生清洁有关。大家每天都要上床睡觉，可是我们睡觉使用的床单够清洁卫生吗？如果不够清洁卫生，会有哪些问题呢？这篇文章提供了详细的解答。我们在主题解说前，老师要提醒各位，答题要先看清楚有哪些选项可选，大致把这些选项的词性标示出来。虽然有些词不止一种词性， 不过我们根据句子的结构，可以判断该题空格应该填入什么词性的单字，然后呢，再去根据文意找出正确选项，这样答题会比较有效率哦。好，我们现在一起来解题吧。请同学看第一题，请直接看第一题的题干。睡眠以及卫生相关的研究建议我们使用干净的床单 because of the issue 空格 dirty ones。issue 是议题的意思，而后面的 dirty ones 是什么意思呢？ ones 是代名词，代替的是前面同类的复数名词，在此也就是前面的 sheets 床单，所以 dirty ones 指的就是脏的床单。问题、议题 issues 与脏床单 dirty ones 之间要靠什么词串接呢？同学请注意，像 topics、issues 这些名词和后面的名词常常会借由 about、regarding 这一类的介系词而组成一个比较长的名词组。比方说2022年6月，美国联邦最高法院终结50年来对堕胎权的宪法保障，保守派大法官合理推翻罗诉韦德案 Roe v. Wade 的判例，因此堕胎相关议题 issues regarding abortion 成为热门的议题。而选项当中有相似作用与文意的，就只有 I associated with 和什么相关，所以第一题正确答案是 I 的 associated with， 意思是与脏床单有关的问题。紧接着请看第二题，灰尘、汗液、身体的油脂还有死皮细胞等物质会空格在我们的床单上，在助动词 can 之后需要找个原形动词，再用文意筛选，因此第二题正确答案是 C build up 堆积。再来请看第三题，到 can 之前都是句子的主词 some substances that reduce sleep，这个主词比较长，因为有关系子句修饰 substances 物质，可是关系子句还没完成，什么样的物质呢？ That reduce sleep 空格降低睡眠的什么？用文意挑选。第三题答案选 G quality， 表示有些会降低睡眠品质的物质，甚至是肉眼所无法看见的。
We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. It's our health unit, and we're talking about changing your sheets for a good night's sleep. If you want to sleep better, you might think about how often you're washing your sheets and your comforters, your bed linens. That's pretty important. We know that having good hygiene or practicing good hygiene is something we do when we try to make ourselves and the conditions around us as clean as possible. Yeah, we're all going to get dirty sometimes, but you need to make sure you not only wash your body, but you wash your clothes and your linens and your towels as frequently as you need to.
Right. When we left off, we were talking about these very tiny little bugs, these microscopic creatures called dust mites. And microscopic means that they're so small that you can't see them with just your eye. You have to use a microscope, that thing where you'd look in and they would appear a lot bigger. And they're scary, right?
Yeah.
There's these little things they have like little legs and teeth, and they bite and things like that. So these little mites, they feed on our dead skin cells. Okay, that's the other thing about the human body. You might not think about this, but you're always losing your skin and losing your hair.
Sure.
Right? It's coming off your body and it's collecting on places like your bed sheets. And so if you have a lot of dead skin and dead hair in your bed sheets, the dust mites and other things are going to they're going to be happy because they have something to eat. They're going to be like, let's go have a snack on Jacob's bed because there's a lot of dead skin there.
Exactly.
And what you need to do then is you need to clean them off. You need to wash your sheets, so that will help help make sure that you don't have all these dust mites in your bed. Oh, I'm getting itchy just thinking about this, Stephanie.
And they keep having babies if you let them.
Right.
So in the next sentence, it says they feed on dead human skin cells. Feed on is a verb phrase we only use for animals, guys, or bugs. We never use for people. People don't feed on something.
Unless you're a zombie, right?
Unless you're, Dracula or a vampire, you feed on people. No, we don't use feed on for normal people, but we use it for animals. So these dust mites feed on or eat, that just means eat, dead human skin cells. And as Jacob was saying, dirty sheets can help these dust mites breed more quickly. To breed just means to produce offspring, to have babies or little bugs. So we don't want any more than we have already. So dead or dust mites, dead bodies, and fecal matter can also bother people's skins. Can make people's skin. It can make people's skin irritated, itchy, just uncomfortable, maybe turn red if they have a skin allergy. Now, fecal matter is a word we use when we don't want to say the word poop or 大便. But that's what fecal matter is. We use it more when we're talking about something in a more professional way. If I were talking to my family, I would just say, I don't want their dead bodies and poop in my bed. So moving on to the next paragraph. What does that say, Jacob?
Most people should wash or alternate their sheets and covers for pillows and blankets once a week. Okay, so to alternate something is to basically just change it out. Here, alternate is being used as a verb. And when it's a verb, it's a long A sound at the end, alternate, which is different than the noun form, which would be an alternate. That would have more of like a short I sound at the end. And so when you alternate something, it means that you have two or more of something and you keep switching it out. So, for instance, here it would be you would have at least two sets of sheets. So you would have one on your bed, you would sleep on it, then you would take it off and wash it, and you would alternate it with another set of sheets. So every night you can have a clean set of sheets, or when you want to wash your sheets. If you think of a traffic light, let's say the pedestrian crossing that we have when we want to cross the road, that signal would alternate between a green guy who is walking across the road, and then there would be a red hand that would tell you to stop. So the traffic signal would alternate between these two symbols.
Or maybe at work you alternate with a coworker. Maybe one week you work mornings, and then the next week you trade, and they work mornings and you work evenings. That's alternate. That's a verb form. Now, you may be able to extend your washing of sheets to every 10 days or 2 weeks during cold winters. We don't sweat as much during the winter.
Right.
But remember, if you have pets that live in your home, and sleep on your bed, you need to increase the frequency to 3 or 4 times a week. Yeah, I don't let pets live in my home. When I was growing up, my mom would always say animals live outside.
Okay.
So I didn't know that people would let, like their dogs sleep on their bed. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do, and they're not allergic to their animals, so they can. So likewise, or in the same way, if you have allergies or asthma, wash your sheets more often. And I do. I'll try anything that I think will help. Although it might seem excessive or too much, it's worth a try to see if this relieves your symptoms. Excessive, the best way to say what does excessive mean, it just means 过分, too much. Now, in Chinese, we can use 过分 for a lot of different situations. Not so much in English, but here you could say. Excessive just means more than is necessary or normal or even desirable. So, some people get carried away. They might wash their sheets every day.
Yeah, but who has time to do this?
Yeah, who has time,
it's like,
really?
you have to throw them in the washing machine, take them out, hang them up.
I know.
Check if they're dry. I mean, it's a whole deal, right?
Okay, moving on to the final paragraph.
When washing sheets, use the hottest water possible listed on the manufacturer's label. Okay, the manufacturer would be the person who made the sheets, and they have washing instructions on the label there.
They do.
Now, a manufacturer could be anyone who makes something. So For instance, Acer is a computer manufacturer, or Gogoro is a manufacturer of scooters. Okay, so anyone who makes something or any company that makes something, you can call them a manufacturer. And so here we're talking about the people that made the sheets. They'll give you instructions about how to wash them. And we're saying here you should use the hottest water possible and a gentle laundry soap.Yeah,
good luck with the hot water. My washing machine doesn't have hot water.
No, most washing machines in Taiwan are just cold water.
Yeah,
right?
So I washed it a couple times. You may want to use the rinse cycle. Rinse just means to use water to clean whatever you've been cleaning some soap out of something that you've been washing. Maybe you shampoo your hair and then you wash it and rinse it. Rinse it just means to use water to get all the soap out. So use a tumble dryer. Those are the dryers that move around in a circle and it gets your clothes dry. Or, like most of us, you probably hang your sheets up outside to dry. That's how I do mine. Now that you know all about bed hygiene guidelines, you'll be able to make your bed a pleasant, calm place to rest.Hopefully, this helps all our listeners get a better night's sleep.
Hope so.
Right now, we're going to listen one more time to our Chinese teacher.
接着第4题 ，they 空格主词 they 后面没有主要动词，我们要从选项里找出可以和受词人体死皮细胞相搭配的动词，所以第4题答案选 E feed on 以什么什么什么为食，表示尘螨 dust mites。以人的死皮细胞为食物，然后是第5题 ，dust mites dead bodies 这个句子，又是在助动词 can 之后，我们需要找原形动词，再以前后文做文意筛选。第5题选 B bother 造成困扰、引发问题的意思。这句话表示尘螨的尸体还有排泄物也会影响人的皮肤。再来，我们看看第6题，空格后的 this 代替前面这件事，每周清洗或更换一次床单。be able to 之后加原形动词，再以文意筛选。因此，第6题选 J extend， 表示你或许可以延长清洗更换到每10天或2周一次。再来第7题。家中如果有宠物会到床上睡，就要增加空格，需要名词，对吧？在 increase 后面，我们需要有个名词当受词，再用词义筛选，所以第7题答案选 A frequency， 意思是增加清洗或更换的频率。接着请看第8题，前文同样的，如果你有过敏或气喘，就要更频繁的清洗床单。Although it might seem excessive， 虽然这似乎太过头了，但很值得一试。To see if this relieves your 空格。Relieves 减轻是个及物动词，需要名词做受词。再根据前后文筛选，所以第8题答案选 F symptoms 症状。接着请看第9题，清洗床单时要使用尽可能最热的水空格。制造标签上所列出极温和的洗衣皂 The hottest water possible 和 The manufacturer's label 都是名词，这两者之间的关联是什么？如何串接在一起？请同学回想衣服上的洗涤标签，是不是会标示用几度的水清洗啊？因此第9题答案选 D listed on。 最后第10题，这句总结全文，了解为何要清洗被单、多常洗以及怎么洗，这些和床铺卫生有关的准则以后，就可以享有舒适的休闲空间。所以第10题我们就选 H guidelines。 以上就是我们针对文意选填所做的中文讲解，谢谢大家。
That's it, guys. We hope you enjoyed this health unit. And, if you want to improve your sleep quality, you might try washing your bed linens more frequently. For English Digest, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Jacob.
Bye.
Bye-bye.